YouTube. I've been talking about losing weight and I want to show you how I've been doing it. This morning was another milestone. I got down past 190. It's been a while since I've been down, lighter than 190. I think it's been since last year, actually, last January or whenever I had COVID. That's the last time I was below 190. So let me show you how I've been eating. All right, so I use MyFitnessPal, as some of you know, to track all my calories right now. And this is what I'm having for breakfast right here. My half cup of oatmeal. I put some cinnamon on top, but there's no sugar, no fucking milk, nothing. Very boring, but if you want to be in good shape, being in good shape is boring. And if you want to be skinny, like, you gotta cut out the fucking sugar and shit like that if it affects you the way it affects me. Got my vitamins that I will be taking this morning. I can go into that later, what I actually take, if you guys are interested. What else I got here? I got one grapefruit already diced up. Grapefruit, I think it's about 100 calories. The oatmeal's 150. This is a half pound of bison ground up. I think that's about 400 calories. This right here is a 5-ounce piece of chicken, around 150 calories. Potatoes, this is around 150 calories, baked potatoes. And I got my cucumber. And I do have a brown rice if I need it. But this right here should get me through the day until I get home. And yeah, I just wanted to teach you guys how to eat on the go. And you don't need no fucking microwave unless I were to cook up that minute microwave. But I'm probably not going to. This is kind of a severe cutting phase, but the way I look at it, if you don't want to eat this way, that doesn't really mean, that means you don't really want to be skinny, you don't want to be fit, you don't want to see your six-pack. If you want to see your six-pack, eat this way, and you'll definitely see your six-pack eventually, like you definitely will. Because I'm limiting my sugar. My sugar intake is just literally a grapefruit. That's all. Yeah, that's all where my sugar is coming from. Maybe the potato has a little bit of sugar, but no refined sugar or any of that bullshit. Let's see here. It's not really low carb. I don't really believe in like low carb. I believe like everybody has their equal balance where the macros line up with their body to give yourself the most energy and confidence and all that. For me, like, cutting out carbs, I don't like doing that because then I have lower energy. So I'm keeping my carbs in there for now. But yeah, the way I look at it is, if you don't want to eat this way, that just means you are weak-minded and you're okay with being fat. Like, you'd rather be fat than be fucking shredded. Like, it's a decision that we all make, especially if you have a slower metabolism like I do. Like, my metabolism isn't the slowest, I guess, but it's definitely not the best either. Growing up in school, I was always the chubbier kid in class. I could always hold weight, but yes, some of it was muscle because I was athletic, but most of it was fat too, you know what I mean? So this is something I'm getting down now. So when my kids are born, they'll see me measuring out my shit and all of that, and they'll be like, okay, this is how you do it. Because nobody really taught me this growing up. I was always taught like a certain amount of fat would keep you skinnier per day, which, when I'm looking back at it, I just ate less, you know what I mean? I did lose weight, but I ate way less calories, and that's all it really was. But yeah, this is me on here announcing to the universe, this is a commitment. I might not always eat exactly what's in that fucking cooler right now, because I am getting down to my ideal weight. But once I'm at my ideal weight, it would just be maintenance and more maintenance, and that's it. Like, my ideal weight is 170 through 180, so ideally 175. Right now I am 188. That's what I weighed in this morning. I always weigh myself early morning, after I piss, before I take a sip of coffee, before I take a sip of water, because I feel like that's the most consistent weight you'll be at, is when you're completely empty. You know what I mean? So if I weighed myself right now, yeah, maybe I'd be 190 because I've had a shit ton of water. Maybe not. You know what I mean? Definitely be a little bit heavier than 188. But yeah, that's how you do it, guys. You know, get your boring ass diet in, and it just is what it is. And when you're eating this shit, you'll realize like you don't really need the sugar that you were eating before. The sugar is just a weakness, man. The sugar is just a weakness that a lot of people, including myself, get wrapped into when we don't need that shit. Why do we need fucking sugar? Why do we need stuff to be tasting so sugary and so sweet? It's because we're fucking soft. That's all it is, man. So if you can get this, you stay hard, you stay lean year fucking round, you're gonna be in better shape than everybody else around you. And your energy levels, your confidence, everything's gonna go skyrocket cutting out sugar out of your diet. And also the sodium intake, you got to monitor that. Right now, yesterday I ate 1,200 milligrams of sodium. I want to be like, within like 1,500 milligrams of sodium, definitely under 2,000 milligrams of sodium with my caloric intake. I will get back to you on that because I want to research that a little more to make sure, like me having 1,300 milligrams of sodium yesterday, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because yeah, you can eat too much sodium, but then if you don't have enough sodium, like it's not good for you either. Like you need sodium because you just do, especially when you're active like I am and work out like I do. You definitely need sodium to replenish all of these things. So I will definitely get back to you on the sodium levels that I find is my sweet spot for now. 1,500 milligrams, we'll call it 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of sodium per day. If you guys are serious about this, download MyFitnessPal app and use it. That's what I always use to track my calories. You can go old school and just write everything down on a pen and paper. That's what I do with my work schedule, and it works for me. So if that works better for you to do that, just do that. But for me personally, like writing it down versus just using an app, using the app is better for me right now. Eventually I'd like to fucking change up my scheduling and go to an app like Jobber or whatever everybody else is using. My buddy Phil keeps telling me to download Jobber and use that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And honestly, I feel more comfortable with, just scheduling my business on a notepad. So if that's how you feel comfortable doing this diet thing, do that. You know what I mean? But if you're a tech guy and you like fucking the easier way, MyFitnessPal is definitely pretty easy. You can scan a lot of stuff, and just an easier way to hit your macros, in my opinion. But with that, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.